Greetings to all my fellow watch enthusiasts on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else this video might be seen and shared. Celine Driver once again, continuing my video series of my State of the Collection 2023. I've already done my Zelos collection. I've done my Tudor collection. And now I want to move on to my Omega collection. Omega is a favorite brand of mine. I really do like it. It wasn't until recently that I got to really pick up my Omega game, as it were. And there are a couple of watches in this grouping that are very special to me. Two of them are, watches that my father owned. One of them was a gift from him, and one of them was a watch that he really, really wanted to get, but never got around to, and passed away before he could. And I managed to find one in new condition and traded a couple of other pieces that were not being worn and made that acquisition a reality, frankly, to honor him and to do something in his memory. And I will never be able to wear that watch without thinking of my father. I have 4 Speedmasters on the table here and 2 Seamasters. Now, one of the Seamasters I have is this Planet Ocean with the wave dial. I had one of these with a flat dial, and then when my father passed on, I had 2 Seamasters that were very similar. Obviously didn't need both of them, so I traded away the flat dial Seamaster and kept the wave dial. I like the wave dial a little better anyway. Beautiful Omega. Helium escape valve at the 10 o'clock, which is controversial to some people. I don't really have a problem with it per se. Day complication at the 6 o'clock. This watch actually spent a little time in the shop because of the date window. For some reason, it wouldn't change with the changing of the day. Turned out to be a broken tooth on the wheel that drives the date window. For some reason, you could change it manually by running the crown, but it wouldn't change automatically when it struck midnight. And they told me it was a broken wheel and that they fixed it, serviced the watch, and sent it back. Incredibly accurate watch. Great bezel action, sound, feel, etc., just like you would expect from an Omega. Beautifully done watch. I also have this Omega America's Cup Edition Seamaster. This one was the gift from my parents. It was given to me for Hanukkah 2021. And that really surprised me. I mean, I was just at home one day during Hanukkah and the box showed up. And I opened it. It was addressed to me, and I opened it, and it was this beautiful Omega America's Cup watch. And I thought it was a mistake. I thought they had sent it to my house by mistake instead of to my father's house. And he said, I brought it over to their house when I went over there for dinner, and they said, no mistake. That was supposed to go to you. It's your watch. I was blown away. It is a yacht timer, regatta timer watch. You can tell that from the the countdown. You have 10 minutes worth of countdown space, because the way they start regattas is they give you a 10-minute warning before you can cross the start line. So this helps you count down the 10 minutes. I don't sail. I'm not a boat guy, so I don't know if I'm explaining that exactly right. But say you line this, it also works as a dive watch, of course, but if you line this pip up with the minute hand, you know that in 10 minutes, which in this case would be 16 after the hour, that's when the regatta should start, and that's when your boat should be crossing the starting line. And you'll have 5 minutes of white, 5 minutes of red, so the red is obviously, the 5 to go signal. Beautiful watch, really blown away. And this was one of the watches that got me to start liking rubber straps. Up to this point, I really wasn't a big fan, but some rubber straps feel better than others. Next one we have is a Speedmaster Blue Moon with an aventurine dial, moon phase, and a ceramic case, along with the fitted leather strap with the deploy clasp, also full ceramic. This watch was my father's. This is actually one of the watches he loved to wear first thing in the morning, and he did so almost on daily for a long, long time because it was easy for him to put on. And with one close, when you get older, your manual dexterity begins to deteriorate, for want of a better word. And he loved the fact that he could just slip it on, quick close, click, and there you go. There's the watch. And obviously the aventurine dial is spectacular. You have a calendar function over here, along with the running second hand, and you have a chronograph minute and hour counter here. Beautiful watch. And back here we have some of the watches that I really wanted to acquire because I love the moon watches, the chronographs. I am a big fan. I picked this one up. This is a typical Speedmaster moon watch. Speedmaster Professional. Manual wind. Running second here. You have chronograph minutes and hours here. Fully decorated manual wind movement here. This is an Apollo 11 commemorative watch. This watch was, when I was looking for my first black dial moon watch, my buddy Robert Roosty over at European Watch Company, who my father and I have had a relationship with him for many, many, many years. And my father obviously longer than myself. This is not sponsored, by the way. Robert nor EWC know I'm mentioning this. He knew I wanted one of these watches, and he recommended this one in particular. And I actually traded the flat dial Seamaster for this watch. I think I had to add in a little cash, but that was the watch that I traded for this watch. And finally got my Speedy. I have the silver Snoopy Omega. This is the one that everybody wants. And with all the features that this watch has and all the little Easter eggs that this watch has, why wouldn't they? This watch is beautiful. The blue and the white, the silver Snoopy, the commemorative nature of the watch. I think it commemorates one of the Apollo missions. I think it was Apollo 13. I'm trying to read here. Anyway, this is the watch with the animated capsule that comes up here and tracks across the moonscape. Because if you remember, Apollo 13 did not land on the moon. It orbited the moon and used the moon's gravity as a slingshot to get back after the accident with the command with the space capsule, the command module. And the Earth here, if you notice, the Earth here lines up with the running second hand on this subdial, and the Earth in the background on the back rotates in sync with the second hand of that subdial. Now, I paired this with a collar ebb leather strap. As you can see, it does come with its own strap. I preferred this one for comfort, so I changed it out. And this is the watch that I bought in memory of my father. This is a watch I traded 2 other watches for, and bought. He always wanted one of those watches, and he didn't get one in time. So in his memory, I purchased that watch. And finally, the latest Omega that I picked up, which is the Speedmaster Project Alaska. I can't go into a lot of detail because I don't have the kit down here with me. It's actually upstairs, stored away. But if you watch the video that I did for this watch, you know that this watch was done as a project by Omega to create a watch that could survive the rigors of space, the extreme temperature and pressure variations. And it comes like this on this metal bracelet in this housing. But if you change the metal bracelet out for the included sort of a canvasy type of strap, you can then bolt on, and you literally bolt it on, a big oversized housing that's like this big off the watch and makes the watch this big around. I mean, it's really freaky looking, and still allows you to use the pushers and such with that housing. That housing is meant to be worn on your spacesuit, on the outside of your spacesuit, and be able to survive extreme high temperatures and low temperatures when the watch is enclosed in that housing. Now, I can't put that watch in that housing without removing the bracelet, and with this being non-quick release spring bars, that's a pain in the butt. I don't want to do it. I just want to wear this watch, but I love the white dial and the interesting looking Delta style hands on the chronograph minute and hour subdials, and that's the running seconds, of course. And it's also, just a spectacular Speedmaster. I am looking to acquire one other Speedmaster, at least in my collection. That is a Speedmaster Moon to Mars. It looks very similar to this Speedmaster, except the subdials are actually pictures of the moon, the Earth, and Mars with the numbers and stuff on them. But instead of black subdials, it's pictures of the 3 space bodies. Not an inexpensive watch to buy, not an easy watch to find in good condition, but I do plan on adding one to my collection at some point. But anyway, those are my Omegas. I hope you enjoyed this overview of them. Like I said, each of these watches has their own individual video. So if you were, say, interested in finding out more about the Project Alaska, or you wanted to see more about the Silver Snoopy, you can search for those videos on my channel and take a look at those. So I hope you found this video to be entertaining, enjoyable, useful. If you did, please click that thumbs up button for me. That does help with the YouTube search algorithms and brings people to the channel, and that's a good thing. Comments, questions, suggestions down below. I do read them all. I do respond to them all. However, if you are going to troll me or get nasty, or you're going to leave links to bad places on the internet, I'm simply going to delete the comment and block the commenter. If you're new to the channel, of course, welcome. I'm glad you found my channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll take the chance to enjoy many other videos that I have. I have hundreds. All I ask is that you please, before you leave, click the red subscribe button. If you've been here before, but you haven't clicked the red subscribe button, please click the red subscribe button. Help me grow the channel. Don't forget to click the bell icon too, so that when I upload new material or I do a live stream, you will be alerted. And as I always say at the end of my videos, this is a crazy old world, and it is not getting any less crazy as we go forward. So please, be careful out there, be safe, be well, see you soon.